Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Give me a second while everything all loads up and we'll start our day. Hey, thank you very much. I need a drink. Let's just grab myself a little drink here. Thank you very much. All good, all good. Well, welcome. Welcome. It is the Crypto Duck Life. I am the Crypto Duck. The show is brought to you by BYBIT, DHN, that's Diamond Hands Network, and BPO app. It is like WhatsApp, but on the blockchain. Alright, well, thank you for joining me. It's all good. We start another glorious day. No, it's all good, isn't it? Right. Well, let's start with a little bit of market look at, shall we? Well, Bitcoin's still something 27,871, which is above the 27,700 that we were looking at that would cause it to drop. So yesterday's analysis still reads perfectly true. Yeah, if we breach 27,700, we're likely to drop to 27,400. I'm hoping to see a bounce in a positive direction. Banking crisis is still going on. Dollars should be devaluing at a rate of knots we've simply never seen before. So Bitcoin should be going up. It's as simple as that. On Ethereum, it's sat right on the support of 1850. If we go by 1850, it's going to drop to 1840. If we breach 1840, it will drop to 1800. However, I am still really hopeful that Ethereum could actually break out to the positive. If we see a breakout to the positive, we could well see Ethereum climb to 3.5 this month. And I mean, that would be fantastic. It needs to claw back some of that space between Ethereum and Bitcoin to level that up. And hopefully that will pull up the other altcoins as well. Other bits of note, RSR looks like it's bottomed out and is ready to pump, so that might be fun to ride. Trump's NFTs are still pumping like mad after his arrest. I guess the only other thing, ASTAR, ASTR token, it's been listed on its third Japanese exchange. This is Huboy, so it's a big boy, and this puts it on the green list, which means basically any other Japanese exchanges can actually pick it up now, which is huge for them. ASTAR is the first parachain on Polkadot. I'm expecting big things from them, so it's definitely one to look out for. Talking of Huboy Exchange, Justin Sun has said he wanted to sell his stake in Huboy. But it seems that it's hit a bit of a roadblock in the fact that Binance rejected his selling offer. He's now sort of put it out there and said he's willing to sell it, so he's looking for someone else to purchase it. But the rest of the world, we're still looking on and wondering, what's actually going to happen to Huboy if this happens. I mean, we kind of think sort of under the surface there that Sun's kept Huboy afloat through difficult times by moving some of his fortune onto the exchange to help with liquidity. I wonder what would have happened if he wasn't there to do that, and I wonder if that's driven his decision to actually leave the exchange. We'll have to wait and see on that front. Another really exciting project, Dex Freight, which is looking to be one of the #1 logistics companies in the world. Now they're on the blockchain, so it is a blockchain logistics company. They've just partnered with Rootstock DeFi for a project. It's really interesting, but I'm afraid it goes well over my head as far as what they're doing is concerned. But it's Dex Freight and Rootstock. Have a look and tell me what you think if you want to invest. It'll be all good. The European Central Bank has said that they're looking to launch a CBDC, so that's fairly large. They're pushing towards that front. Thankfully, that Dodge logo's been removed from Twitter finally. Yeah, I think the less said about that, the better, really. Mt. Gox's payment deadline has now passed, so anyone wanting to make claims needs to have already done so. I'm expecting it still to take a little while before we start seeing that Mt. Gox Bitcoin hit the exchanges to start selling, but you know, they've given no date as yet, so it'll be some time before it commences, but no doubt everyone will be watching. We mentioned sentiment getting hacked yesterday, and I said, you know, fingers crossed a reward or something would get it back. That's exactly what's happened. 90% of those exploited funds have now been returned. Sentiment themselves haven't commented, but it is shown on the blockchain, so I expect that comment to come very soon. There's a lot of discussion at the minute of will the yen replace the dollar as basically the world's currency, and it's certainly looking like it could go that way in a minute. China is making some very brave, ballsy moves, pushing their currency out there, and as far as I'm aware, you know, they're getting positive responses from the likes of Russia and stuff, so it is a movement that we could well see. America themselves, as their dollar basically goes to the scrap heap, they're actually discussing going back to a gold standard to stabilise it. Now that would be fantastic in a way. I mean, a lot of people don't even know that's gone. Do you know what I mean? People assume that their money is actually backed by something, but it isn't. You know, and they think, you know, crypto's a con because it isn't backed by anything. It is wild, isn't it? Eh? Other projects that you should be looking at. RenQ, it's still in its pre-sale. Now this is going to be huge. It's everywhere. It's hyped to high hell. So it will pop on listing, I'm expecting. It's already raised 6 million, 80% sold. It's a full ecosystem, wallet, exchange, futures, the staking, literally a whole ecosystem. Just type RenQ into Google, it will take you straight to their site. Looks very, very interesting. Another one that I've stumbled upon completely by accident that's definitely worth looking into is LF0. That's ALEPH 0. It's an enterprise blockchain, a layer 1 blockchain. It's doing pretty well. It's on most of the big exchanges, 3 million volume, but it's only got a 275 million market cap. So that could really go somewhere, especially if they're starting to up the advertising and bringing in bigger partners. Definitely, it's another one to look for. They've done very well in funding as well, so definitely a big up to them. And one last project that's relatively new that I want to mention is a project called Ethermail. There's billions of emails sent every day, and it's not going anywhere. You know, you can't get rid of it. And Ethermail is basically bringing email to Web3. It's had a lot of interest and it's been pushed quite hard. I've seen it advertised all over the place. You can currently sign up for free, and if you sign up using the link in the description, you get an extra 250 Ethermail tokens on top of that for free. I did have a look at these somewhere. Ethermail. Yes, so EMT tokens, not released yet. They're not on any exchanges yet. As I said, it's still up for free signing up, but you will get 250 tokens free for using the link in the description. So hop on that, use that link, get yourself some free tokens, and if it's as big as it looks like it's going to be, it will be very interesting. So, yeah, I think that about covers the main news. I want to ask you guys a question now. What do you think is going on with crypto.com? The more I look at this, the more it fucking puzzles me as to why it's just so far down the list. It's got everything that BNB's got. Projects are being built on crypto.com's Cronus. It's so much more. Full NFT gallery, on-ramp, decentralized exchange, regular exchange, swap, full DeFi protocols. You've got staking, and it's sat down here on 35 at a pitiful 6. At its peak, I mean, look at that. At its peak, look, 89 cents, and it's sat on 6 cents. This is a fucking bargain of a lifetime. They've already survived a run of withdrawals. It didn't go. They've published their 1-for-1 reserves of customer funds. The exchange ain't going anywhere. Out of all of the exchanges, it's probably the one, you know, you would trust the most. Yes, they've got big fees, but that's because they're an on-ramp. They're looking for newbies. And at the minute, it's got to be the bargain of the century. By all what's it, I can't see it being less than £1 in 25 bull run. Really can't. It should be, you know, up there somewhere. In fact, it offers more. Well, I wouldn't mind saying it offers more than pretty much anything above it in the charts. You know, it could easily be number 4, displacing BNB. I mean, what else is down here that can compete? Nothing. Proper projects like Cardano, Solana, Dot, which hypothetically God shouldn't be there. Ripple, yes, but that's enterprise only basically. So it's a different ball game. I don't know. Maybe I'm going crazy, but to me, the whole crypto.com thing is just absolute. Well, I don't understand why it's sat where it's sat. From what I can make out, it's all based around bad luck. I mean, crypto.com started in 2016, so it's it's an old project now. It's been around a good few years. It's seen 2 bull runs. It's survived both crashes. It's a full, proper blockchain ecosystem. So it's not just an exchange token. There's projects actively building on Cronus. And a lot of projects at that. So it seems odd to me that it is just so far down. I mean, I don't know. I'm expecting big things from it, and I wanted to mention it because it just looks good. Juicy. Right. Look, we've been chatting over 10 minutes. I think that'll do you for now. I'll start advertising next week, as I said, and we'll see if we can pick up a couple of extra people, but it's neither here nor there.